Entitled mom reacts to being told no in literally the shittiest way possible. This is a relatively mild encounter, but also mildly infuriating. I work for a small chain of adult stores. It's a really fun job that surprisingly involves a good amount of education. Most encounters I have are absolutely hilarious and some even heartwarming. This was not one of those times. Enter EM with her toddler on her hip. Our state has very strict policies when it comes to minors in sex shops like ours. Absolutely no one under the age of 18 is allowed inside, even if they are accompanied by an adult. The conversation went a bit like this. Me: Madam, I apologize, but we cannot have minors in the shop. EM: This will only take a minute. Madam, it's against the law for anyone under 18 to be inside the shop. EM: I don't see why you are making such a huge deal about this. He's only 2, he's not going to remember any of this. Me: Personally, I couldn't care less what you decide to expose your child to, but I could lose my job and the store could face large fines. It's technically considered child endangerment. EM: Unfucking believable. EM then proceeds to go back to her car, put her toddler in his car seat alone, and walks back in. That is when I actually get pissed off. It's illegal to leave children under the age of 12 unattended in a motor vehicle for a reason. Multiple reasons actually. Mind you, this was in the southern United States in the middle of August. It's hotter than topless Alucard from Castlevania. Me: Madam, you need to leave. It's also against the law to leave your child alone in the car. EM: Now I know you're lying because there's no way that's the law. You're probably just a lazy worker that doesn't feel like helping customers. I found it hilarious because it's basically a summer social media staple of people bashing in windows to save young children and animals from cars that can register over 120 degrees on the inside. Me: It's a Class B misdemeanor for the first offense, and if any harm comes to your child, that's felony child endangerment. We have the law printed and posted in the back room because this is such a frequent issue. I will gladly get it and read it to you. EM: I don't understand why you're being so unreasonable about this. He's only going to be by himself for just a few minutes. You need to mind your own damn business, and the only reason you're giving me shit about this is because I'm a single mom. Me: First off, half of our staff are mothers, and they all know better than to leave their young children unattended in an effing car. Get out of my shop now or I will call the cops. Something told me this wasn't the first time she had an accident regarding LEOs and her objectively bad parenting, because as soon as I mentioned the cops, her whole demeanor changed. She muttered under breath, calling me a fat fucking bitch, and left. But not before rummaging in her backseat and dumping used diapers in our parking lot before speeding off. Out of random luck, my co-worker had a grabber in her car from volunteer cleanups she did for her apartment complex. Naturally, both of us were just left flabbergasted. We've both dealt with white trash before, but she took the fucking cake. Or in this case, dirty diapers, and littered all over our storefront. Moral of the story: it's okay if you're horny, just hire a fucking babysitter. Entitled to their Nintendo Switch. Once every 2 weeks we have dinner with the family. Not everyone can make it every time, but since most of us are not working, this part of the family could attend. Note, our elders don't speak our local language and only a tad of English will be relevant for later. The first time they came over and saw my Nintendo Switch, the dad insisted that I should let the kids, 5 and 6 I think, play. I thought, whatever, fine, what can go wrong? I set up Mario Kart for them and returned to the dinner table. When they left, I was honestly shocked how dirty they left my stuff. They had been eating raisins in our couch and the Switch was covered in chew-up sticky raisins. It even got under the buttons. It was disgusting. I spoke to my boyfriend and he told me he would side with me, but to avoid drama, he asked me to make up an excuse as to why they weren't allowed to play anymore. He took the whole thing apart and replaced the shell because I couldn't get the stickiness off. Next dinner happens. They walk in, entitled kid, and where's our toy? Me, it's not here, sorry. Entitled dad, and why is that? They came here to play on the Switch. Me, it's charging. Also, I don't have the game anymore. Wasn't a lie, I deleted Mario Kart 8 to make space for Animal Crossing. Entitled Dad, what games are on it? Me, sorry, does that matter? Entitled Dad, yes, you say there are no kids games, so what titles? Me, that's really none of your business. I said no. Entitled Dad, kids, maybe you should ask Grandpa. Entitled Kid, Grandpa, she has our game. Grandpa, OP, they want to play on that console. Me, I know, I told them and Dad no. Grandpa was very confused about the situation. Entitled Dad, okay, then PlayStation 4 titles? I'm assuming that's not yours to take away from my kids? Me, actually it is. It is not my boyfriend, it's mine. And frankly, I'm not letting them touch anything of value since last time I had to change the housing because of how nasty they left it. Edie eye rolls. Entitled Kid, so now what? We can't play with our toy? Me, it's not your toy, and no. Q crying. Parents acting like I'm a horrible human being. Next dinner, I got home late from work, and they legit took my Switch off my desk. I walked in and grabbed it from the paws, looked straight at their dad, and told him he knew well enough I said no. It's awful that I have to hide stuff in my house, but I'm grateful the rest of the family is not like that and say I'm right. I have so many stories about those kids, it's a shame their parents raised them to be so spoiled, and sincerely hope they will grow out of it and we can laugh about it one day. Entitled Mom loses everything. Almost. So this happened before lockdown. My mother, Entitled Mom, wasn't always that bad. It began about 2 years ago when my grandpa, her father, died. Her mother died 1 year earlier. My grandparents on my dad's side both still lived and were as healthy as always, and both a few years older than my other grandparents. My mother was heartbroken and suddenly changed. She always wanted to be in control of everything, so I spent more time away to study for my finals, but enough backstory, let's get on with the story. Cast. Dad is my dad, Sis is my younger sister, EM is my piece of garbage, GF my loving and caring girlfriend, me. Let's start. I was about 18 at the time. I was coming home from the library with my girlfriend because it was pretty late and I wanted to drive her home. I walked because it's less than 2 kilometers. It was a hard day for both of us, but the worst was yet to come. We just wanted to quickly get in my car and drive her home. One problem, my car was missing. My dad was home and my sister wasn't allowed to drive, so it was quite obvious who took it. We had to wait for Entitled Mom because my dad's car was in a mechanic's garage. We waited for 2 hours before my very drunk mother drove into the garage. I have no idea how she managed to do that and got out. I asked her why she took my car and she responded with a, "You son of a bitch, believe you have a right to my car?" I didn't answer because I tried not to burst into laughter because my own mother called me a son of a bitch. I drove girlfriend home and drove back just to be greeted by Dad. Dad, we have to talk. Me, about what? Dad, about your mother. Me, can't it wait until tomorrow? Dad, it can't. Why? Because your mother is asleep. So I then followed him to the living room where my sister sat, who looked just as confused as I felt. Dad, so this morning I found an email. Sis and me, why is that so important? Dad, see for yourself. He then showed us the email. Sis, what is that, Dad? A brand new Mustang bought from my credit card by Entitled Mom. Me, so she stole from you? Dad, this isn't the first time. We then spent the next half an hour looking at emails which my dad received. Me, with calculator in hand, this adds up to more than 500,000. Dad, and that is just the last 10 years. Me, why didn't you do anything? Dad, in the first few years it was only a few thousand euros, but when you, speaking to me, came to the world, she suddenly bought more. It got way worse after her parents died. I couldn't leave her without risking that you fell into her hands. I could not have allowed that. But now I recently fixed some things at the bank. I have a new credit card and can block my old one by command. As you know, your mother doesn't have much on her credit card. Sis, so you plan to go through a divorce and then bring her to court for theft? Dad, exactly. I can save Sis from EM and OP can either stay with us or go his own way. Me, that is a great plan, Dad. And so it happened. I left the family to live with girlfriend. My dad and mom divorced and he got full custody, and because of the proof that she stole from him, he had to give nothing to her. But because he is a great person, he gave her enough money to buy a decent house, but he went to court and she had to pay him all the money she stole from him, 650,000 euros. Dad and his new girlfriend plan to get married soon, and sis recently moved out. I, on the other hand, am planning the wedding for me and girlfriend. I don't blame EM for her behavior. I still plan to invite her to my wedding because I have faith in humanity and hope she will change. So that's the story for today's video. If you enjoyed this and want to watch more videos, then click here for more stories, or go check out the info cards in the right corner for more videos.